Hello everyone, today I'm going to introduce my LEGO Tulip Flowerpot. As you can see here, this is my fully textured 3D model in the diorama. This is a scene of LEGO Tulip growing in a flower pot. My aim in making this scene and model was to imitate the reproduction of a tulip put together by LEGO bricks by inserting it in a LEGO flower pot and placing it on a table as a decoration. LEGO is a series of toys that I have played with since I was a child, and this plastic brick toy brand has created many extraordinary collections, such as the flower collection, the building collection, the transportation collection, etc. And the most ornamental in my eye is a flower collection. This groundbreaking collection imagines familiar blooms with astonishing detail and craftsmanship, offering builders an enchanting opportunity to cultivate their botanical paradise. From a daisy's elegant simplicity to a lily's intricate complexity, each set in the series captures the essence of its real-life counterpart with breathtaking accuracy. During the process of making this model with my computer and Maya, I encountered some small difficulties and problems. For example, when making the leaves of the model, because of the leaves on the left and right side are exactly the same, but as their positions in different plants on the left and right sides of the flower branch. So after I copied the right side of the model, I struggled with how to place the right side of the leaves on the left side of the flower branch perfectly. I learned from a Google tutorial that first select the target to be rotated, then click the right mouse button to select object model. Then click the E key on the keyboard to use object rotation, and hold down the J key of the keyboard and rotate the selected object. And the selected object will be rotated in a 15-degree angle. Selected objects can be rotated left and right at angles of 15 degrees. By doing this, I can easily rotate the leaf model 180 degrees and place it perfectly on the left side of the flower branch. When I was making the UV mapping of tulip model, I also encountered some difficulties. When I was making the UV of the tulip petals, I found that some parts of the UV unfolding maps through the X, Y, and Z axis mapping to obtain the shape is not the same as the shape of the body unfolding. So I learned a new way, that is, to use a model through the method of I want to cut first, and then unfolded the model. In this way, I could easily get a complete UV mapping of the model. Some of the model's UV map didn't line up along the X and Y axis of the UV mappings, so I readjusted their place again. Once I have completed UV maps for all the parts of the flower, I adjusted and laid them down in small grids along the X and Y axis of the UV mapping, so that it would look good and be easy to texture and color in Photoshop. Once I had imported the overall UV spread of the tulip into Photoshop, I created several different new layers in Photoshop to make it easier for me to lay out the different colors and textures of the tulip. I first used the magic wand tool in Photoshop to select the blank areas to fill the colors. When I finished creating a selection of the model and saved it for viewing in Maya, I found that the magic wand tool only selected and filled in the blank areas but did not select the black normals of the UV map, which resulted in a black normals remaining uncolored, and therefore the uncolored small selection of the model was still black when viewing in Maya. The small part was still black, so I chose to do it again in a different way. Then I used the lasso tool to fill the model, which it was successful and much more efficient this time. These 3 images showed what my finished UV spread looked like in Photoshop and what it looked like in Maya. Taking a closer look at the flower, I used the bling material, which is one of the most common material in Maya and which I think is better suited for representing the Lego flowers material. The reason why I choose to make a tulip is because my mother loves tulips and I wanted to be able to make her favorite flower as a gift before Mother's Day. In the beginning, I also explained that why I choose to create Lego style design because I love Lego toys and have played with many different series of Lego toys since I was a child, including the Lego Flower series and the Botanical Collection series, so I have gained a lot of inspiration from these. Lastly, for the feedbacks that I have received in week 8, I have modified some of these suggestions in my model accordingly, such as the material of my model and textured color of it. Once again, many thanks to my classmates and teachers. They gave me so much help with this work.